All-Star game East versus West. I thought they said they were going to go back to East versus West. Well, apparently not. They have brand new rules this year. The mini tournament, which is going to feature 4 teams, 3 All-Star teams, and 1 Rising Star team. It's an All-Star game. It's not an All-Star tournament. So basically the team that wins the Rising Star Challenge, which is on Friday night, they are going to be competing in the All-Star Game tournament. This doesn't make any sense. Each team is going to have 8 All-Stars, and then the other team is obviously going to be the Rising Stars. So how it works is 2 teams meet in the semifinals, game 1, game 2, and then obviously the 2 winners advance to the championship. Each game is going to be to 40 points, so whichever team reaches 40 points first is the winner. Voting process is the same, 50% fan vote, 25% media, 25% players. And then lastly, the prize pool is $1.8 million. The winning team gets $125,000 per player. The players on the second place team get $50,000, and the players that lose in the semifinals get $25,000 each. Again, this is the NBA All-Star Game. Why are we having a tournament? The whole point of implementing the NBA Cup, which is going on tonight, is supposed to be the in-season tournament. That's the tournament. This is not supposed to be a tournament. And I'm not the only one who feels this way. Kevin Durant just came out and said he hates it. Doris Burke was on the broadcast. She was worried that it might be kind of gimmicky. I believe those were her exact words, but don't quote me on that. But she was saying something to that effect. Why can't we just go back to East versus West? It wasn't a problem. There was no point in changing it to begin with. Nobody wanted that change either. Like, I don't get why changes are made sometimes when nobody asked for it. But this makes literally 0 sense. The biggest reason that makes no sense is why are the Rising Stars in the NBA All-Star Game? The whole point of being selected as an NBA All-Star is that you are in the elite category of 24 players in the NBA who you are the best of. The Rising Stars are going to be very talented up-and-coming players, but it diminishes the value of being an NBA All-Star when they get to compete in this prestigious game that is supposed to be reserved for only All-Stars. Not only that, but the tournament itself, like, it's basically like the Rising Stars Challenge. Because in the Rising Stars Challenge, that's what they have. They have team coaches. Last year, Pau Gasol was one of the coaches, I believe, or maybe that was the year before. Whatever. And the 2 teams compete in the semifinals, and then the 2 winners go to the finals. So if anything, why would people want to watch that more when you're seeing this same event twice? So we're literally just repurposing the exact event that's going to happen on Friday, but with different players. I'm still not the biggest fan of the NBA Cup, but if the ratings are saying it's doing better and it's making the NBA season more important and it's just helping out the ratings and the revenue, then fine, whatever. Because it's really not taking away necessarily from the NBA season because the games still count. Like, regardless, you would have had to play those teams, except for the finals, which obviously doesn't count. But like, nobody asked for the East versus West to go away back when they changed it a few years ago. I thought they were going back to it because I swear I remember an announcement saying they were going to. I really thought I remember seeing some kind of press release that they were going to go back to East versus West, but I guess I'm wrong. The only difference, again, is the players who are participating. And of course, we all want to see the stars, so I understand why they would think, well, it'll be more hyped up because it is the best players in the world. But in my opinion, if you're going to change the All-Star format to be completely different from what it is or what it was, you can't make it something that is literally already in the All-Star weekend. You have to make it something completely original and different because that's the whole point. The All-Star game is supposed to be in a league of its own. So I don't agree with this. I don't understand it. I get that the competitiveness and obviously some viewers, a lot of viewers, have not enjoyed the All-Star game in recent years because of the lack of defense and all that stuff. So I get that. I understand they figured and they think they need to do something. Like, it makes sense from that standpoint. Again, why don't we just go back to East versus West? I don't remember there being a competition problem when it was East versus West. Why? Because you don't want to lose in your conference. Like, when you're just picking teams and it's kind of like a pickup basketball game, not that they want to lose either team, but it doesn't have the same effect. Maybe, if they kept East versus West, maybe it would have went in this direction. We'll never know because they changed the rules. But I don't remember like this much issue with competitiveness when it was East versus West. Because I just remember like seeing the pride being like, I'm in the Western Conference, I'm on the West All-Star team, or I'm on the East All-Star team. Like, I don't want to lose for my conference. I don't know. I hope it performs well because I obviously want the NBA to do well, but I am definitely not on board with this.